Thank you, Edgar Wright, for constantly pushing the boundaries of cinema, for giving us fantastic movies. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Edgar Wright. Baby Driver stars Ansel, Elgort, Kevin Spacey, John Hamm, Jamie Foxx, and is directed by the great Edgar Wright. What's up, guys? There is a short list of directors that I will go to their movies sight unseen. Of course, Christopher Nolan, Martin Scorsese. Edgar Wright is one of the few. I don't need to know anything about the story. I don't need to see a trailer. Just because of his directing style, I will be there day one. No questions asked. And Baby Driver did not disappoint. It's another one of his fantastic films. The guy has not made a bad film yet. All of his films are at least 4 out of 5 for me. But let's talk about Baby Driver. So in Baby Driver, Ansel Elgort, he plays Baby. You might remember him from Divergent, other movies like that. But he is a getaway driver, and he's very skilled. And what's so interesting about this character is that he has tinnitus. He has this constant ringing in his ear, so he listens to music to kind of drown out the noise. Really, his whole life is based around music. So if you're a music fan, that's just a leg up on this movie for you. The whole movie is based around music. And as a musician myself, I love that about it. But Kevin Spacey is the big boss. He's got one job that he wants him to do. I know this is a plot point that we've seen a million times. You know, you got to do one more job and then you're out. But that doesn't bother me, because what matters is how the movie is directed, how the story is told, and this one is top-notch in both those departments. Now, first and foremost, to me, the star of this movie, it's Edgar Wright, the director. From the opening frame to the end frame, this is his movie. There is such a signature style to his directing. He's one of the few directors that can make you laugh just by the way he moves the camera, by the way the movie is edited. Very few directors can do that. A lot of times they depend on the actors to bring the comedy, but not in an Edgar Wright movie. You are just having a blast throughout the whole thing. And I'd say out of all of his movies, this one almost plays out like there's a metronome behind it. Everything is in beat. There's a rhythm to this movie, even in the action scenes, into the way the characters walk. The opening scene itself is really just a one-take shot for like 5 minutes of Baby walking down the street in a really good mood, and he's kind of playing off everything that's going on around him. And all he hears is the music in his head. So really his whole life is kind of a soundtrack. But then also there's an action scene in the middle of the movie that I was laughing out loud, because it was just so funny how every time a weapon was fired, it was fired to the beat of the music that was playing. Also, I loved the characters in this, the relationships between the characters. First off, the relationship between Baby and his foster parent, to me, is kind of the best part of this movie. Because most of the time in movies, you know, the foster parents are kind of deadbeats. You don't really see them as like good people, but this is the opposite. And this does happen in real life. Sometimes being a foster parent, it's not an easy thing to do. And this particular parent, he takes Baby in, and you can tell that there's just this mutual respect and love between the two. And even further, the foster parent is deaf. So there's all these challenges around their relationship, which really just adds a lot more meat to their characters. Also, this is kind of a romantic type movie. There is a relationship between Baby and the character Deborah, who works in this diner. And I think once Baby meets Deborah, that's kind of when he's had enough of this life. He doesn't want to put anybody else at risk. And he sees that, you know, these criminals that he's working with, eventually they're going to lead him down the wrong path. They're going to put him and whoever he cares about in danger. Also, I have to mention Jamie Foxx in this. The guy just blew me away, actually. He was funny as hell, but just such a fantastic actor. I would even say that Jamie Foxx steals every scene that he's in. And I would definitely say that he is the loosest cannon out of all of the criminals. He doesn't give a crap about anything. Kevin Spacey was also great in this. He plays, you know, the big boss, the guy who gives the jobs out. He's a dangerous guy because he tells Baby, if you don't do this job, then you're pretty much gonna be dead. So he's not the type of guy that you can say no to. But there are moments in this movie where he kind of surprises you. You know, they don't go the cliche route that we usually see in these types of films with this type of character. As a matter of fact, there's quite a few scenarios in this movie that don't play out like I thought they were going to play out. You know, there's a few surprises along the way, which is refreshing, really nice. Now, as far as any cons, Without going into any spoilers, there is kind of a big red bow, I guess, at the end of the movie. It doesn't really play out the way I would want it to play out. But I mean, it's still a satisfying ending. But I think I would have preferred them go maybe a different way. But in the end, guys, this is an Edgar Wright movie. If you are a fan of Edgar Wright, then you're gonna love this. It is fantastic. Is it his best film? I don't think so, but to me, it's still a high purchase worthy. So that just tells you how much I love Edgar Wright's films. So what are your thoughts on Baby Driver? Looking forward to hearing them. Also, come over to our Killer Flicks Facebook group where we talk horror all day, every day, and on Fridays we do Free for All Fridays. Follow me at Drumdums on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd. If you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and Drumdum out.